Punk Revolution now! Today we're going to be reviewing Black Midi's Schlagenheim. Ooh, Schlagenheim. Such a weird freaking name for an album. Let me guess, this is going to be a wacky, weird band with a freaking wacky... I mean, how could you name your album Schlagenheim unless you're a bunch of freaking weirdos, right? Let's take a look at the album cover. Oh my god, it's such a freaking abstract, weird album cover. These guys are so weird. What are they, freaking art students playing freaking artsy music that's gonna sound like all the freaking artsy, weird post-punk bands that are clearly influenced them? They're just gonna regurgitate that with a freaking annoying vocalist who sounds like a freaking Adam Sandler doing a cringy bit over it, who sings like this over the whole thing, like, you're going crazy. Whoa! God damn it! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, Black Midi! Fuck you! You're so good. You're so good. I hate you. You're so good. You're such a good band. You're so talented. I gotta give you credit. I just wanted to trash you this entire album, this entire review, but I can't. Doctor, please take the review over.
It's just petty bourgeois kitsch.
Well, there you have it. It seems like this freaking album is petty bourgeois kitsch. I don't know what those words mean, but apparently that's the way it is. So this band, I mean, they're clearly very, very talented. They're really freaking talented. They're super talented. But I mean, I was kind of like teasing them a little bit, making some valid points. I do feel like this album was a little bit contrived in terms of just kind of regurgitating some like artsy-fartsy bands, and now they're artsy-fartsy too! Yay! And they're gonna be so weird and wacky with the freaking weird vocals, and they're gonna be so wacky with the dissonant chords! Yay! It's a little bit contrived, a little bit kind of like formulaic in a weird way, even though they're like trying to be super experimental and avant-garde. They kind of like fall flat at doing that because it's just like, so it just becomes like kind of predictable. They kind of fall into a weird rhythm, and then they're gonna be like, whoa, we're gonna throw some weird noise at you, and then maybe we're gonna have a little breakdown, but we're gonna be like in a weird wacky rhythm, and then the drummer's gonna carry the band because the drummer's the best freaking musician in the whole entire freaking band. So, but they're so good. Oh, but they're freaking industry plants. They're industry plants. They got so Black Midi. If you haven't heard of them before, if this is the first time you've heard of this band, you're gonna be hearing about them a lot more because they're freaking industry plants and they're getting super popular out of freaking nowhere. They got a million band managers. They're full of shit. That's not what art is about. Art is not about being freaking famous out of nowhere. Art is about cutting yourself and bleeding for the hard work. Not this bullshit contrived art. This is not real art. This sucks. I'm never listening to this album again. But they're so good. They're so talented. They're so good. I don't know what I'm gonna rate this album. I don't know. I just feel like, okay, so I guess you can compare it to like the band Women, This Heat, Slint, Swell Maps, Pere Ubu, you know, those like, and then like a bunch of no wave bands like DNA, and then like maybe Kraftwerk, just, you know, a bunch of artsy, nerdy, smart fart bands. And I don't know, just like, I guess like if you had to compare it to a contemporary band, you can compare them to like maybe like, you know, Daughters, because Daughters is also an artsy-fartsy band, and they're wacky and crazy. But at least with Daughters, last year's release, You Won't Get What You Want, like, at least like with the vocal performance, I felt like misery and depression and just actual insanity. In this album, the vocal delivery kind of felt like contrived wackiness and contrived insanity. I didn't really feel like he was insane. I just felt like he was just being a freaking art student trying to be weird and wacky, and I just didn't like it very much. So I feel like the production kind of fell flat here. I mean, and like the vocal performance kind of fell flat here, and like they're super talented, but like this album did not convince me. Even though they're super awesome, amazing band, this album really didn't convince me, so I'm giving like a 7.5 out of 10. I think this band can do better. I think they deserve more, but for now, Punk Revolution now. Doctor, what if Freud take it over again before I freaking blow my brains out?
It's just petty bourgeois kitsch.
And there you have it, folks. Punk Revolution now!